Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mr. Know-It-All, and I have a propensity to explain things a bit too much. So instead of bothering my friends with it anymore, I decided what I would do is I would put it on YouTube to hopefully help the world understand a few things a little bit better. So each week what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend about 5 minutes trying to explain a different topic. Might be a little in-depth and might not be. It just depends on what topic I choose and how in-depth I feel I really need to go that particular video. Today, what I'm going to cover is Scientology. So what is Scientology? Scientology was born as a science in 1950 when it was written by L. Ron Hubbard when he wrote a book called Dianetics, The Modern Science of Mental Health. Now, when this was originally created, they promised some crazy things, like that it could cure cancer, it could cure eyesight, it could make you smarter. Essentially, any physical or mental ailment you had, Scientology claimed that it could take care of it. It was actually really popular for about 2 years and was kind of helped start the self-help boom here in America. It was essentially a Freudian therapy where one person would talk to another person and then they would figure out the things that were bothering them from their past, and then they would go back and find a similar incident that was like that first incident, and hopefully by getting rid of that it would clear their mind. So in Scientology there's two minds, they believe. They believe in an analytical mind, which is like a computer. It memorizes everything exactly how it is and it's perfect. It doesn't screw anything up. And then there's a reactive mind, which they believe holds all of your negative memories and basically causes every bad thing in your life is from your reactive mind. They believe it's caused by engrams, which are, you can think of it as like something trapped inside of your mind. It's a negative experience trapped inside of your mind, which is causing you to relive pain from your childhood or from a previous life. Now, Dianetics failed in about 1952 and actually went completely bankrupt. So how did Scientology come into being? Well, L. Ron Hubbard is a stubborn man, among other things, and he decided that he wasn't going to let it die. So he created a new organization called Scientology. And he did eventually earn the Dianetics trademark back after winning it, after buying it from somebody who had won it in court, essentially. He went bankrupt and somebody bought it from him. What Scientology believes is the clear thing. It believes that you're going to go up a set, you're going to go through some processes which are going to help get rid of your reactive mind, so that you will eventually reach a state called clear. In clear, a clear should never get a cold. A clear should have perfect memory. A clear's IQ will have been raised. In theory, this is what L. Ron Hubbard put out there. There's never actually been a clear that has ever been documented as being able to have any of these powers that the clears are supposed to have. So as L. Ron Hubbard continued making this religion, he kept adding more and more things once he decided to go the religion angle. So once you become clear, which is also in Dianetics, the clear part was still in Dianetics, but once it became Scientology, it was decided that they needed some additional levels on top of being clear. So what became was the operating thetan levels. And this is what you hear a lot of on the news. It's the alien part of Scientology. So right now there are 8 levels of OT, operating thetan. At one point, L. Ron Hubbard said that there were 15 levels that he had written up, and that basically each level you're supposed to get some sort of new superpower. Only 8 were ever released. As far as I can tell from all the research I've done, there are no more after 8. But what happens in each of these things is that you have what are basically space cooties on your body. They're called thetans. Basically every person has a thetan. It's your soul, or your spirit. That's what Scientology believes. But they also believe, and it's something they learn on their 3rd level of their operating thetan, so OT3. They believe that there was a guy named Xenu who lived like 74 trillion years ago, who collected all these people, and he brought them to Earth, and he basically put them in these volcanoes, dropped hydrogen bombs on them, their souls went up. He used this ribbon thing that was around the planet to gather them back up, put them back into Earth, which they called TGAC, and what they would do is brainwash them by making them watch 3D movies and put these ideas in their head about Jesus and God and all these things on Earth. And that is where all our pain comes from, is from these aliens who are basically attached to our body. So after they implanted all these ideas into the aliens kind of just went over all around the earth, and they implanted on all the primordial, basic early humans, and that's where all our pain and strife and all that's supposed to come from. L. Ron Hubbard obviously has been dead for like 30 years. He died in 1986. The church is still going. There's a man named David Miscavige who runs it. They have a monastery. It's called the Sea Org, which runs the church. Then there are public Scientologists, which are just somebody like you or me who decides to become a Scientologist. And then there are celebrity Scientologists, which are kind of treated better than everybody else. They're catered to, they have the best services, they probably get stuff for free, they're treated like gods. So that's really all the basics of Scientology. I could sit here and talk for probably an hour, but I'm trying to keep each of these to about 5 minutes, and I've already went past. But it's the first video, and that's okay. So if you like this video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe and like the video, and please in the comments tell me what you like about the video, what you don't like about the video, and something that you would like me to cover next time. Thank you very much.